What's up, Patreon supporters and YouTube channel members? I want to do a quick behind the scenes vlog just for you all. I just got done recording my tomorrow's video. It's going to be the top 10 fluffy tarantulas, so I hope you enjoy that. But that's why all the lights and everything are set up. You can see those behind me. But I did just get finished recording. I got to still edit this video here on my poison dart frogs. Let's see if I can flip that around for you. That is what we've got going on in here. You can see this piece of wood is new. It wasn't the piece that I originally had. I was using this, which I don't know if you can see, but there, like, this bluish green mold started growing all over it. It was pretty gross. And upon doing a little bit of research, I found out that grapevine is really only good for like arid and temperate enclosures. Even though I saw some videos of people using that in dart frog enclosures, obviously they said it would mold over, but the problem is that once that mold kind of goes away, it would start rotting and just be gross. But the Mapani wood seems to do a lot better. I got another piece kind of hidden deep back there in the back, so it's not having any problems. So I figured I'll just replace it with this. I might get another piece of Mapani wood to kind of go across that way because I kind of like that. But as you can see, little dart frogs are doing well. There's another one way back there. It's really exciting. I'm a big fan of these guys, and I'm so glad that I finally got some in here. Up next is my day gecko enclosure, which I don't even know if you can be able to see it. But this is, see, my camera flip. One of these buttons does it. That recenters. Base track on. Flip, there we go. This is the day gecko enclosure. You can see his belly right there. This is actually the second or third enclosure that I've had him in. I think I had him in a 12 by 12 by 18 and he started to outgrow that. So I moved him into this one. So I guess this is the second one, I believe, which is like 18 high, 12 deep, and 18 long, or I don't really remember. 24 long, something like that. But he had plenty of room to move, but not as much height as I wanted. So I went out and I got an 18 by 18, which is... But I just got done building this enclosure for the day gecko. As you can see, it's don't have the substrate or anything in there. I'm waiting for the silicone to kind of, what's that called, cure. It's been only about, I finished it last night, so I'm gonna let it cure for about 24 hours before I wet it down. But you can see there's plenty of branches in here. Some Mapani wood I've got kind of affixed into the background. It's nice and stable. It'll do well in this kind of humid environment. I'll get the light a little bit better. Got a little cork bark here for it to hide in. So you can see it can go down in there and hide. We got another piece of wood going through here. So this is going to be its like basking spots. It'll be the nice warm, so it can chill here for a nice warm kind of environment. If it needs it a little bit cooler, it can chill down on here. I'm going to have to silicone this in a little bit better because it's a little wobbly, but I also might put something right here. Like I got a big piece of cork bark in its enclosure right now. I might throw in there, and we'll have all kinds of plants and stuff planted around through there. So that's going to be really cool. I've been filming this process, so that will be a video not this Friday, because this Friday is a dart frog video. The following Friday, I'll show how I built this enclosure, and we'll get the new, or not the new, but we'll get the day gecko moved in here. So hopefully that'll be cool. And then after that, we'll be coming over here to my ball python. This is a bioactive enclosure, and it seems to be doing really well in here, but I want to switch it up a little bit because I want to give it a little bit more room. He hasn't really outgrown this yet, but he is putting on a lot of size, and he spends a lot of time hiding, which I know that ball pythons do, but he's usually hidden over here. But I think it's because it's so exposed on the sides and backs. So I'm going to give him a bigger enclosure, and I'm going to do the same kind of backdrop that I've done for the dart frogs as well as the day gecko. I forgot what it was called for a second. And I'm gonna move all these plants, everything in here, into that enclosure, which is actually going to be the enclosure that I have my scorpions in right now. Not all of my scorpions, but more of my desert species. This is a nice large 40-gallon front opening enclosure, which is another reason I want to switch it, because The enclosure he's in right now is just an aquarium, so I got to stand on a stool. As you can see, I got to stand on a stool to kind of like open up the lid and get up in there, which is frustrating. I'm getting tired of doing that. So he'll still be on the shelf, but being able to open it would make it a lot easier to access him. So we're going to take this enclosure and take all the scorpions out. I actually just picked up a 18 by 18 by 24 enclosure. It's like a used one somebody was trying to get rid of. I got it dirt cheap from this guy that works at Petco near me. So I'm going to move all of these guys into that, so it still have like that kind of temperature controlled environment, and use this enclosure, pull that background out of there, make a background. I'm going to try to do like the dry lock, makes it more look like stone instead of a natural kind of background. So that'll be good to go. So we'll put the scorpions in the other enclosure. There's a lot going on. And then after that video is done, hopefully if they get here and like shipped in time and delivered, I've got my East California king snake, and down here the Eastern king snake. And I mean, they're in 40-gallon breeders. Well, that's a 40-gallon breeder. This is the same enclosure that the ball python's going in. It's a Zilla 40-gallon front opening terrarium, and they're doing fine in there. As you can see, my Eastern king snake just shed like this morning. But I leave that in there because this is a bioactive enclosure. There's some arid springtails and isopods in there, and they love to eat their skin. So we'll leave that shed in there for them to eat. But I want to get them in bigger enclosures. I reached out to Zen Habitat Enclosures and Custom Reptile Enclosures, both to see if they would be interested in like sending me out an enclosure to review, mainly because money's tight right now. I can't afford to buy them a new enclosure, but this is like the bare minimum, and they're growing. They're still finding it right now, but I really wanted to get them something larger, and I reached out to them. Both of those companies seem like they're interested, and they may send out new 4x4x2 enclosures, so 4 feet by 2 feet by 2 feet, which won't fit on this rack. So I'm gonna have to figure out something else for that, but it'll still be cool because they're nice, they're large. I can set them up bioactive. I've got the Zen Habitat one, maybe a little difficult, but I'm going to get the PVC version, and I got an idea how I can seal it up, make it watertight. And I mean, they're king snakes, so they don't need like a dart frog type of superhuman environment, but I wanted to at least be able to have some plants in it. So we're gonna work on that. So hopefully that'll be in the video. All these videos will be Friday, like anything doing my reptiles or amphibians will be a Friday video. I'm gonna keep tarantulas and inverts on Tuesdays. I mean, I don't have enough content to make a whole bunch of reptile videos. So it's, it'll just kind of be as needed, but I'm really looking forward to switching these guys out into some new enclosures, which is going to be a lot of fun. So if you like, whoa, what do you mean no faces detected? I definitely have a face. Yeah, so if you like reptile snakes and stuff like that, I think you'll enjoy those videos. And the cool thing about the enclosure build videos is even though I'm making them for reptiles and amphibians, the same concepts and ideas and steps could definitely be applied to any kind of tarantula or invert. Like the arboreal enclosure that I made for the day gecko, all of that can definitely be used for a Poecilotheria species or any large arboreal that you want to keep in a kind of a bioactive setup. So I'm really excited to share that with you guys. I hope you all enjoy it. There's a lot of other stuff going on. Planning, I don't know, I was supposed to go to Arizona in September, the end of September, to film a video with bugs in cyberspace and shapes in nature on their Sky Island ranch down there. I'm not sure if that's still going to happen because some other stuff's going on in my life. It's a little crazy, but hopefully it will. We'll see what happens. But I think that's about it right now. Just a quick update on what videos I'm putting together and sending out there. I need to get editing this video for tomorrow. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and thank you so much for your support. I couldn't be doing any of this without you all, so it really means a lot. Even if you're just giving $2 a month, it all adds up, and it really helps me to continue making this content and focus on these tarantulas and reptiles and making videos full time. So you guys are an integral part of that. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this short behind the scene video, and I'll see you on the next video. See ya. Thanks.